So, James, tell me more about Oracle. What do you know about Oracle?
I've heard, I've seen her character model.
Is it her?
Her. It looks kind of
There.
It's like a space alien, like an androgynous alien looking fellow ?
I honestly I have not seen. I've seen the patch notes which we have up on the screen over there, but that's about it.
So Oracle guaranteed it has to be a support character, right? With the skills he has, it just doesn't make sense. That he'd be a carry.
It's very movement driven kind of.
And it's a lot of stat effects, like casting a spell on Kyle to give him magic and vulnerability. Like if Kyle's an enemy, I can cast that on him to give you magic and vulnerability, which is like, oh, why would you do that? Oh, it's because you take 50% more physical damage.
Oh, okay.
And it's things like that. You can burn an ally or an enemy, and it will do damage to them, but then also start healing them over time.
Oh, man.
So on a teammate, it might be like, I'm going to damage you, but then you're going to start healing over time.
Are there any characters that have increased damage when they take damage?
And
Huskar.
yes.
So like say Huskar, like I'm gonna go.
Oh yeah, you could burn him, have him leap in, start doing a ton of attacks. He also has a self heal, so he could like heal very quickly
And regen it back.
Yeah, and presumably you would use that skill on an enemy to burn them down immediately, right? Like that'd be a last hit sort of thing.
Is the burn like an immediate like burn?
I think it's instant
like,
damage and gradual recovery.
Okay.
I think it's all text right now. We haven't really seen Oracle in action. I would assume that he's going to launch Friday, November 21st, tomorrow.
They usually patch on Fridays, right?
I think they usually patch on Fridays. They also said this update was this week, and we are quickly running out of this week.
Yes.
But there's some other major stuff coming in the Foreseer's contract update aside from Oracle, which is great. Like another new hero coming to Dota. It's a Dota 1 hero. If you go to ign.com, you can see Brian's helpful write-up about that. But we're getting a lot of the stuff we were promised from TI4. If you bought a compendium now, you're finally going to be able to have a bit of base customization. You can pick a hero and like create a stone monument to them in your base.
Oh, that's cool.
That I think is going to be. I think that will probably just replace a building, and it will be destructible. Like it will become a building that you would creeps will destroy. Or you can beat up for money.
Is it I forget what those things are called, like the jars in the base. You think it will replace one of those?
Yeah, like the weird structures that are just on the outside to occupy creep attention from towers.
Yeah, they give like a little bit of gold.
Yeah.
Wait, so there's extra buildings that creeps will attack in a base in Dota?
Yeah, and if you get the last hit on it, you get a ton of money. It's like 200 gold.
Oh, wow. Okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I'm learning.
Indeed. There's also new creep models. They now look more like the towers on the Radiant and Dire side, so they have like masks and stuff like that. That
sounds like the Summoner Rift.
give them more. Yep. Yeah, it's giving them more unification to the world, kind of unifying the characters and the universe in an interesting way. There's a really convoluted new item I don't fully understand. That's like, I'm just gonna find it and read it because it's this weird language. That I don't fully understand.
The new Arcanas for
Phantom Assassin.
Oh, so good.
And it's cool because the Arcana set itself is only tied to her weapon. So you can equip the Arcana set, which is typically like a $30 set, but also customize it individually. So you can like swap out the helmet if you don't like the helmet, because the set is tied to the weapon. Will
it still give like the particle effect, like it has like that glow?
The animations, the portrait, the particle effects are all there because it is still equipped. It is equipped to your weapon slot. And therefore, you can like swap out each piece after that. Really interesting.
I like that. I like that. That's a cool thing. It's like
me too.
Hey, you bought this thing for the crazy particle effects, and you don't have to have every single piece you can have.
Yeah. And so this charm of the Defender's vision, I don't understand. I think it's maybe like a
read the description to us.
Oracle peers into the future. Do you blah 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 blah. I'm not going to read this garbage. So if you're in an all-pick game and you use the charm, you will predict a victory. And that's already a thing you can do in Dota with a victory chant thing that you got if you bought a compendium.
It's in the bag.
This is a new one. It's separate. 3 correct victory predictions will transform your charm into a treasure of the Defender's vision. Make 2 incorrect predictions, and you'll receive a charming celebration action item instead, primed with 3 uses. I don't know what that means.
Primed with 3 uses, but does it tell you what the use is?
No. But if you get 3 and you get the charm of the Defender's vision...
treasure of the Defender's vision.
Yes. But the charm of the Defender's vision is only available for purchase during the Nemesis Assassin event, which they haven't actually announced, like, that's the first mention of it. So presumably there is, with Oracle, an event upcoming. There will be, you'll buy this item. You get, 3 games to turn that into a treasure. So if you win 3 games, you get a treasure, and if you incorrectly predict it, you get some trash.
Yeah. Some
I think that's how it
lesser
works.
treasures. Because, Valve's pretty good about, we're not going to not give you anything, but we'll give you something, of lesser value.
They say it's a celebration action item. I would assume that's going to be like a taunt.
So maybe at the end of the game, maybe it's a dumb little dance or fireworks shoot out of your head.
Right, like some GG effect of some kind. Other stuff in the update, is there other stuff? The heroic effigies. Your compendium gem is now finally an emoticon, which is super disappointing. Yeah. It's a t-shirt available, and there are some minor gameplay changes, the most notable of which is Broodmother and Phoenix are now enabled in Captain's Mode.
Ooh.
So that means everybody but Bloodseeker and Phantom Lancer and Earth Spirit, correct?
Yeah.
Are now in Captain's Mode.
What about...
Terrorblade's back in?
Terrorblade is back in.
Oh, yeah. How long has it been since you played Dota?
Probably a couple
Come
weeks.
on, James.
You guys don't seem too fired up about this patch. I guess the League of Legends one set it too
This
high.
is a very minor update. Damn. Just dang it, Kyle.
Just nuggets of wisdom.
Some other weird stuff is they made a bunch of audio changes. There's new audio effects for different items. So the Helm of the Dominator has a different effect. If I cast a Lincoln Sphere on you, then it will have a different sound. I don't know, minor geeky stuff. If you Dota audio is something I'm really, really into. Just the way things sound in that game is really notable and cool.
Yeah, I mean, I think it sounds super important. So that it's another cue to what's going on rather than the 15 other visual effects that are exploding on your screen.
Yeah.
There's also a new treasure with a bunch of new couriers, new sets for Clockwork and for Bananamancer, Timbersaw.
It looks awesome.
Yeah. There's a Necrophos set that turns him into a weird dog monster. I don't know. It's cool. Not the most exciting update, but it's awesome that we're finally seeing a new character tying into some new event that's coming.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that it does not replace Frostivus. I still want Frostivus.
I honestly don't. If they're doing something this big right now and then talking about another event in those patch notes, I honestly don't think Frostivus is coming.
Yeah, they might do something in January because they said something was coming early next year. I just don't know what that will be.
Yeah, I mean,
they might do the Chinese New Year thing again.
I mean, they could just enable that map again, but I don't think they would.
I'm pretty sure that map is coming back. Is just turn it on anyway. I think all of those maps are coming back.
Oh, that'd be nice.
I think.
Do you think it'll be one of the environmental effects?
Yeah.
Have? All right.
Fine by me.
Would you guys buy map skins?
Dude, I would totally buy a map skin.
I would buy
the thing is, map skins are so many new assets.
Yeah.
If you're Valve or you're somebody in the community and you're reskinning an entire map, you don't sell that for $2
No.
you do an item. That's a $10, $20, $30 proposition.
I'd price that for 20 because
I would buy it at 20.
I don't know.
I think I would.
That's a lot of money for something that just looks different. During
I spend more on
TI4,
skins.
they had 3 lighting effects.
environmental things.
So it's you might have the Moonbeam one, which has more pinks and purples, and I think it makes them. That's the best looking thing in Dota.
Mhm.
That's the best Dota looks is when you have the Moonbeam thing on.
And then there's snow.
There's a snowy one where it's snow particle effects and the
And
ground's
rain.
kind of wet, but it's those are not map overhauls in the same way that the Chinese New Year thing was there were lamps hanging everywhere, and the lighting was completely different at every turn. There were new animals on the map, and all
when
this stuff.
the crew spawned, it would shoot fireworks out of the base. It was awesome.
That's great. I did not see that. I still am so bummed out I never got to participate in that event at all.
It was pretty good.
Somehow I ended up with both of the couriers. So I think somebody just gifted me the Jade and the Crimson
Okay.
couriers.